Okay, new video of that tour of London. This summer we're going to fly a little light airplane, little puddle jumper, and if you want to look at the plane, it can actually land on both water and land. Just suck up the gear and land on water. And it's low and slow, no autopilot, just fun to fly around. So we'll take off on this and then take a little quicker tour of London at a slower speed than I showed you yesterday. So let's just let her rip. Let me make sure I got my flaps set right. Yeah, flaps are up too high. Let's put flaps 1. Okay, flaps are set. All right. Here we go. Gear up. Okay, this is the same route. He said we'll be able to see more today. So I'll stay lower and I'll stay slower. And if you recall, the round building in front of us is a convention center of some kind. It's called the O2. Let's go down a little lower. Take it a little slower, a little bit slower. We're at 80 knots now. And I'm giving her full flaps just so we can fly as slow as can be. This is the Thames River. It kind of snakes around the downtown section of London here. We'll cut across town and pick it up on the other side. See, we get even a little bit slower. I'm going to come into the Tower Bridge from the south so we can see the Tower of London a little better than we saw at the Zoom meeting. I guess I better keep from dropping down. We're 300 feet down, that's plenty low. Okay, there's the Tower of London Bridge, and off just on the other side of it, and north of it, is the Tower of London, where all the king's jewels and everything are put, and where you see the beefeaters guarding it. That's Tower of London right there. And if we scoot over here, we'll go across St. Paul's Cathedral. Now these graphics are they're generated from a picture, a GPS picture, and then the Microsoft algorithm converts it to look almost like the buildings for the ones that are recognizable, or that are, and then to the best possible shape to parallel it with all the other buildings. So that's St. Paul's Cathedral. It doesn't look exactly like it, but it's close enough. That's where Princess Diana was married. And now down here where the big Ferris wheel is called the Eye. And you can ride the Ferris wheel. It takes about an hour to go around it. And you get up about 400 or 500 feet. Okay, and right to the west of it, if I can find it, is Trafalgar Square, where Lord Nelson's statue, or not statue, I guess it's kind of like an obelisk, is located. Should be somewhere in here. Yep, right there, right below us is Lord Nelson's. It's Trafalgar Square. Then if you go right straight down this street, it goes to Big Ben, and that big white building that we're just going to go over in a second. This big white building here is Whitehall, where they have the changing of the guard. So right in front of there is where you always see that guy stationed. And now we just passed Big Ben, Westminster Abbey, and out here to the west a little bit, or I guess it's more north and west, we can come up on Buckingham Palace. And you recognize the fountain in front of the building. This is where they have the changing of the guard with all the horses. Right in front of the building, that's the castle right there. That's where the Queen lives. And then they bring out all the pomp and circumstance for the parade. So I think that's all I'm going to show you today, because these videos take up kind of a lot of space. We'll just blast on back here and maybe if I can find the airport, maybe we'll try to land on that little short strip in the middle of the water. That place where we took off yesterday, or we took off today, actually. It's a short runway. If we've got time and the video will last. I can see the Ferris wheel a little bit better here. And we'll buzz the tower a little. We'll buzz the tower bridge a little closer this time. You see several military boats along the Thames. I don't know exactly why they're there, but they usually find one or two of them up and down the Thames all the time. And you can take a ride down the Thames from Westminster all the way down here and back. It's kind of interesting. And to the left is a London Tower again, or the Tower of London. A lot of yachts every once in a while too, people. As you can see off to the left there is a bunch of yachts for the rich folks. I think I'm going to cut across this way. We'll climb up a little bit here, 500 feet, so we can make a decent landing of altitude or attitude. Oops, climbing a little bit. Okay, maybe you can see up ahead there's a runway sitting like a little island. Right just past that big flat building up there. I'll put the gear down. Let's see if we can make a landing on that little field. I'm not sure of the landing speed on this thing. I think it's about 65, 70, something like that. 60 maybe. Looks like we're a little bit high, so. Boy, course, you don't want to come down. Maybe its landing speed might be a little slower. All right. Not too smooth, but we're safe. These rotors are so bad, I cannot. They hardly even steer once you get on the ground, and there's no steering column. So, anyway, we're down, and hope you enjoyed the ride.